bit of a one poll here. Today, first of all, I know I haven't made a video on this channel for a long time. I've just been busy doing different things. The main thing that I've been doing is there's some cryptos that I've been getting into, which I'll discuss in a later video. I'm going to share with you kind of the cryptos I've been getting into, but that's not in this video. Another thing that I've been doing, and I've really been sharing this on my TikTok, which I'm going to put more of the videos on my YouTube and kind of show you my strategies for pick 3, pick 4, and I'm also going to be talking about some other things. So there's a pretty effective strategy when it comes to pick 4 that works really well, because I haven't actually played, well, I may have played a couple times. I've used the online site, but I haven't played that much. What I like doing is I like collecting data, and that's kind of want to show you the thought process of exactly how I play. Well, I don't really play right now, but I collect data right now, and when I see that it's working, I plan ahead, and then that's when I'll play. But I have to see that it's working first before I start playing, because what's the point of playing if you're just going to lose anyway? If you just pick random numbers and you lose, it's a waste of money. If you're going to put your money in anything, my opinion, other than crypto, if you put your money into something, you have to see that it does give you results, and that's what I look for when doing these strategies. So I'm going to kind of go step by step in how I play the pick 4. Now, before I begin, the goal of my strategy, of all my strategies, is the overall goal is to win the straight. So it's to come up with different ways, the easiest ways to win a straight. But if you can't do the straight, there's other alternatives. But the goal of this data that I collect is to win straights. So today I'm going to go over my guess for California, October 30th, 2021. I'm going to go over my strategy, and I'm going to give you my guesses on what the number might be when it rolls out later this evening. Today is October 30th, 2021, and I'm trying to come up with what number I think is going to roll on tonight, not tomorrow, tonight, for the evening draw for 10:30, October 30th. So I'm going to go over, and we're going to see my strategy tonight. Okay, so the first thing that I do, as you guys can notice, that today is October 30th, 2021. The first thing I do is I write down all the numbers for the last 31 days. After you've written the numbers down for 30 days, the next thing I like checking is seeing how many times the number from the previous draw duplicated in the next drawing. And if you go with me a second, you'll see it. But there's a common pattern with pick 4, and a lot of the numbers from the previous draw will duplicate into the next drawing. So it's a very, very common pattern. You have to do it yourself, get the last 30 days of data, and you'll see it for yourself. So if we start here, this number was 31 days ago. And we look at the number 4252. Do we see that number repeat again in the next day? 4252, do we see it repeat again? We see it repeating with 5. So what I would do is I just mark a line there, because that's the starting point. But there is a repeat. So I put a check mark here because it does repeat. And that's what I do, is I look through all here and see how many repeats of the previous drawing happen. So right here, go here from this number right here, 7395. This is not a winner. No repeats. So from this number to this number, no repeats. 2 losses. So from this number to this number, how many repeats? We got the number 3 and the number 0, so that's a check. Okay. So from 3037, how many numbers repeat? Two numbers right here. So from 4837, any numbers repeat? Nope. From, is that a 9? I can't remember my own handwriting. That looks like a 9. So we got 9652. We got 2 numbers that are repeating. Okay, 0762. Any numbers repeating? 0762. I don't see any. So that's an X. 5918. So we got the number 5, 9, and 1 all repeating. So that's a check. Now here, 1359. We got the 9 repeating. So that's a check. 6009, we got 09 and it repeats. Zero 09 repeats. 4 repeats, as well as 6. 4 repeats. Nothing, I don't see anything repeating on this one. 8076. 8 repeats. 9 repeats. 5 repeats. 3 repeats. 3 repeats. 1 repeats. 0 repeats. 2 repeats. 2 repeats. 9 repeats. Nothing repeats here, so that's 3 repeats as well as 1. 3 repeats, 6 repeats, 0 repeats, 2 repeats, and the last one, 2 repeats, 8 repeats. So what we can tell right here, how many losses would we actually have had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you follow that strategy, there's about 6 losers. So whether or not you play the game or not, you'll lose on those tickets. So what we need to find, if you notice that the previous drawing always has a duplicate, what you need to figure out is what number from the previous draw is going to duplicate in the next drawing. That's all you have to figure out. That's all you have to figure out to win pick 4. And once you figure that out, you figure out what number is going to repeat, and then you just have to figure out your numbers. So I'm going to try and make things a little easier for you, and we'll go from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here, according to the last drawing, this is the number that we're going to base the next drawing on, or tonight's drawing, which is 9528. So I would go and I do 9, 5, 2, 8. Basically, I just count all those numbers and see how many times each one of those numbers have occurred. So I'm going to do that real quick because holding the camera and doing this at the same time is kind of hard, but I'll get my numbers and I'll get right back to it. Okay, so what we can see right here, 9 has occurred 15 times, 5 has occurred 11 times, 2 has occurred 18 times, so that's the winner. Yeah, well, that's the greatest number, it's not really the winner. And 8 has occurred 10 times. So you base it on this number here. You base it off of the most recent number. And what I look for, what I found out by doing this myself and collecting data, it's the greatest rolled number is of those numbers are not always the number that repeats. So what I do is I find, based on those 4 numbers, I figure out which one's the greatest number, and then the next thing I look for is if I see any patterns. So if you look at the last 31 days, you'll notice there's certain patterns with numbers. Now, you'll see a lot of duplicated numbers. Like here, for example, which you see 2, 2, and 2. It repeats 3 times, but it doesn't repeat a 4th. And you might see that pattern again. You see 3, 3. You see it twice. 6, 6. You see it 2 or 3 times, and then it doesn't show up again. So then you see 9, 9, 9. You see 2, 2, 2, 2. The common pattern is about 2 or 3. So if you have a greatest number on there that has 1, that's a greatest rolled number, it has duplicated numbers already from the previous draws. I don't use the number if it has more than 2 or 3 duplicates already. I go with the next greatest number, and that's the number I pick. So we can see right here, 2 is the winner as the greatest number. 2 is the winner. If we look at 2 over here, we see 2, 2, 2. So most likely, my prediction is 2's not going to get hit. 2 is already duplicated 3 times. Most likely, even though it is a most rolled number, it probably won't be popping up in a 4th time because it is already rolled 3 times already. So what I would do is I would go to the next number, which is this one. So it's 9. So I would look at 9. So my prediction would be that the next rolled number would be 9. So I would base my numbers on the number 9. And that's how I get the numbers to play. So since 9 is the number that I would pick, the next thing you have to do is figure out your strategy, because you basically will have to play every number that has 9 in it. But what I've found out, if you use the online website, the betanyesports.eu, you can do different options. You can play all numbers. You can play all the numbers, but it's going to cost a lot. So what I do is I focus on doubles. Doubles won't cost you as much. If you use online, it's 25 cents, so I don't know the exact numbers, but it's a little bit cheaper. And what you really do is the next part of there's a lot of steps to my strategy here, but I would focus on doubles that have 9 in it, and I would play just that night, just for today's drawing, because we did our data. And we figured out that 9 is the next number to choose, I would base my numbers off of the double combinations of 9. I won't. I don't focus on the numbers where all the numbers are different. I just focus on 9 duplicates. So basically, that's 9 numbers with 99 something something, 99 something something, 99 something something, or even 999, like 999 different number. Those are the numbers I focus on. Every number that has 9 in it that is not different numbers, that all numbers are different. They all have duplicates. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to count how many times we see doubles. So let's count how many times we see doubles. It doesn't necessarily have to have 9 in it, but how many times we see doubles in the last 31 days. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not that one, 10. So if you focus on the strategy, follow my formula, there was 10 times that you would have won with the doubles. That's 10 times of winning a straight. So if you follow this strategy to the detail, you would have won 10 times. Supposedly. You won't win every time. But a straight, at least here, if you play on the website, if you win a straight, it's about 2,500. Or if you go offline, it's somewhere along the lines of 4,000 to 10,000. It all depends. But my strategy is to use the site first because the tickets are cheaper, and then once your house money gets a little bit bigger, take the money off the site and then just play offline, and then you got passive income. So anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will be making I'll be making more videos for you guys. I know I've been slacking, but I've been doing a lot of things. Around this time of year, so I have more coming in. I just thought I'd make this video, kind of teach you guys what I've been figuring out myself. If you guys like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in future videos.